we are going to start our new lesson, tissues, chapter number 6. In this lesson, we will see what are plant tissues and what are animal tissues in detail. Okay, in plant tissues part, we will see what are meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. In animal tissues part, different types of animal tissues are mentioned in detail like epithelial tissue, connective tissue and nervous tissue. Okay, so before moving to the topic, just recollect the previous lesson, the fundamental unit of life. In that chapter, we have seen that cells are considered as the structural and functional unit of an organism. You know the reason also. Why the cells are considered as the structural unit of an organism? We know that a building is made up of bricks. Like that, the body of living organisms, whether it is plants or animals, it is made up of cells. That is why it is considered as the structural unit of an organism. Then, why it is called functional unit of an organism? We know that we have different life processes like respiration, digestion, then transportation, circulation, etc. All these processes are carried out because of the cells and the different types of components present inside the cell. We know that the living organisms are classified into two on the basis of the number of cells, that is unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. In unicellular organisms like amoeba, each and every life processes are carried out by that single cell itself. For example, digestion. Okay, digestion is carried out by that single cell. Then intake of food, excretion of waste from the body. All these processes are carried out by that single cell. In multicellular organisms like plants and animals, even in human beings also, division of labor is there. What is division of labor? The entire work is divided into single units. Okay, and each unit, otherwise the function of a single unit is carried out by a group of cells. Understood? For example, we can able to move our body parts. How can we able to move our body parts? That is because of the contraction and the relaxation of muscle cells. Okay, and also the transmission of messages from the brain to the different parts of the body is carried out by nervous tissue. In plants also, the conduction of water, minerals and the prepared food material is carried out by conductive tissues like xylem and phloem. Okay, so such type of group of cells performing a specific function is called tissue. So what is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells performing a specific function. So here we can see the definition of a tissue. A group of cells work together to perform a specific function. So these are the different types of tissues like nervous tissue, muscular tissue, conductive tissue, etc. So tissues are a group of cells work together to perform a specific function. In biology, there is a specific branch is there which deals with the study of tissues, and that branch is called histology. So what is histology? Histology is a branch of biology or branch of science deals with the study of tissues. In your textbook, one side heading is there, that is, are both plants and animals are made of same type of tissues? What is the answer of that question? We know that both plants and animals are living organisms, but there are a lot of differences are there. Almost all the life processes are present in both plants and animals, but there are a lot of differences. In your textbook, some differences are mentioned. The first one, that is growth. In animals with limited growth means we know that human beings and other type of animals can able to grow up to a particular stage in their life. After that, there will not be any further growth. But what about in the What about in the case of the plants? Plants has certain type of actively dividing cells called meristematic tissues are present. So because of the action of that meristematic tissues, plants can able to live throughout its life. Next we will see plant tissues in detail. Plant tissues are mainly classified into two, like meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are again classified into two, like simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Today we will see meristematic tissues in detail. What are meristematic tissues? Meristematic tissues are a group of actively dividing cells. I repeat, meristematic tissues are a group of actively dividing cells. So what are the important features of meristematic tissues? Meristematic tissues are very small in size. Okay, and these cells are compactly arranged. Compactly arranged means the cells are arranged very close to each other without any intercellular space. And it has a dense cytoplasm is there, a prominent nucleus is there, and vacuoles are completely absent. So these are the important features of meristematic tissues, like a group of actively dividing cells, then cytoplasm, prominent nucleus, vacuoles are absent, then thin cellulosic cell wall. We know that the plant cell wall is made up of a chemical substance called cellulose. In the case of meristematic tissue, the cell wall is there, cellulose is there, but the amount of the cellulose is very less in meristematic tissues. And the cells are compactly arranged without intercellular space. What is intercellular space? The space between the two adjacent cells. Okay. So we have seen the important features of meristematic tissues. Next we will see the three types of meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues are divided into three on the basis of its location. So that is apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Apical meristem, these are located on the epicers. What is the meaning of the epicers? The extreme tip of the shoot system and the extreme tip of the root system. So this is about the a part of a shoot system. So where this apical meristem is located, that is in the extreme tip of the plant body. And what about the function of the apical meristem? The activation of this apical meristem, that leads to the elongation of the shoot system and root system. Okay, so that is about the function of the apical meristem. Then the second one, intercalary meristem. So what is intercalary meristem? The meristems which are located in the nodal part of the plant body. Okay, nodal part of the plant body. So I told you, intercalary meristem is located in the nodal part of the plant body. You know what is nodes and internodes? I will show you what is nodes and internodes. Nodes are the specific part of the stem from where the leaf, branches, etc. originates. Understood? So what is node? So here we can see that two leaves are there. So the specific region of the stem from where the leaf and other parts originates. Okay, and the space between the two adjacent node is called internode. Okay, so that is the difference between nodes and internodes. So where this intercalary meristem is present? Intercalary meristem is present in the nodal part of the plant body. Okay, and the function of the intercalary meristem is the addition of the cells from this intercalary meristem that leads to the elongation of the internodal region. If more cells are added to this region, what will happen? This region will become elongate. So that is about the intercalary meristem. Then the last type of meristem, that is the lateral meristem. The lateral meristem is located in the almost old part of the plant body, and this meristem leads to increase the girth of the plant body. We know that the girth of the plant will become increased day by day. Okay, so that is because of the action of this lateral meristem. So this is about the three different types of meristematic tissues like apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. So what are the important points that we have learned today? So tissues are group of cells performing a specific function, and we have seen the plant tissues are divided into two, like meristematic tissues and permanent tissue. And meristematic tissues are actively dividing cells. Also, we have seen the three different types of meristematic tissues on the basis of the location inside the plant body. I think all of you understood this question. Try to find out the answer of this question. State the important features of meristematic tissue. Very clearly, I explained what are the important features of meristematic tissue, like actively dividing cells, dense cytoplasm, prominent nucleus, cells are compactly arranged without intercellular space, cells are small in size, and also vacuoles are absent. These are the important features of meristematic tissue. The second question, diagrammatically represent the location of meristematic tissues in plant body. In your textbook, one diagram is there. You have to copy the diagram and label the three different types of meristematic tissues, like apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. So this is about the today's topic. I think all of you understood this question, and the next session we will continue. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.